everybody, this is Rachel's King here, and I'm here to do something a little bit different. I am going today to be episode 1 of working with Mine-imator. I have not used this that much before. I kind of use it for my thumbnails, but like nothing that big. Let's create a new project. I will create let's make a short animation today, going through all the little things about Mine-imator and why I use it. I don't just use it for don't use it for animating that much, but I might start animating stuff. And I use it mostly for thumbnails, and I'll show you that at the end, but how I do that. But let's go right through this. So this is the new project option when you started up Mine-imator. First, let me show you how you get Mine-imator. So let's go to Google Chrome, type in Mine-imator, something like that. You go to his page, and you just scroll down, hit download the installer. This will take you to a ad page, and you go through this, you wait 5 seconds. Once that is over, you click this, and it will give you to some weird ad site that will make you run it. So now once you have that, you can click this right here, or go to your desktop, wherever you save it, go to your downloads folder, etc. You run this, and you just go next. I've read through this, it's safe, I've seen. User, you can save it wherever you want. Yes. Create desktop icon, install. Yeah, I will close out my other Mine-imator, but whatever. I have it put onto a tab. And then, yeah, you can just launch it. It's very easy. Next I'll show you, it will ask you if you want to upgrade, and if you click upgrade, it will ask you, if you want to donate, and it'll ask you for a key. You can get a key, and it'll ask you if you want to donate an amount of money. I'd say donate to him. Or you can just click I'd rather not donate, and it still give you a key. So yeah. New project, let's just name this. So we're back in here. This is the new project. And so what you want the project to be named. Let's have our character swipe a sword. So character swipe sword. Okay. This is just how I do mine. Author Ep.1 and description swipes a sword. Is he spell swipe like that? Oh, crap. Okay, let's do sword swipe. Swipe. Okay, there we go. Swipe a sword. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but let's just create it. So now this is your area where you can look around. If you hold the left mouse button and move your mouse, you will move it like this. If you hold the right mouse button and it will move it like this. You can press it while holding the right mouse button. You hit the W, A, or D keys to move your camera, and middle mouse button I don't think does anything. So yeah, this is your timeline. This will show you how to do your keyframes and just your frames in general. I will talk about that in a second. This is your project over here. Project properties. This is your description, the size of it. We can change that always later. How fast it'll go. You might want to change it to 30 frames per second because that'd be nice. Library. Library is where you keep all of your things you have in the project work camera area. Background is what your background is. It can you can mess with your time, you can mess with your rotation, you can mess with your show clouds, flat clouds, sunlight range, etc. Sky color. Now let's get there's one more tab. Sorry. This is my first time recording this, so we got resources. This is how your resource packs and what kind of image you'd like to images. So yeah. Now let's create a new thing. So what you can do to create a new object, so I'm gonna create a player, is you can go down here and it will make this open. or you can click on the crafting bench and it will still open it anyways. So yeah, you can click on the player, go here, download from a user, or if you have a skin already, you can just get it. I'm just gonna download my friend's Mystical Bears. I'm having a brain fart. Mystical Bear. So he is going to be the one who swipes the sword. Get skin. Oh, I must have spelled it wrong. Oh yeah, I see what I did. Mystical Bear _ Okay, that's his skin. He's a bear with a blue and red, green scarf. Blue and green. I mean, red and green? Yeah. Okay, so this is him. Let's zoom in on him. There is shading in this, so yeah, you can see the sun, since it's over there. Is it rotating? No. Okay. But, so this is what I do. So, if you click on him, it will do full body, like, rotations. Like, woo. Stuff like that. And let's just set this. This is the rotate. Oh yeah, I forgot to go over here. So now that we clicked him, we can do rotation. Well, so we can use this to move him up and down, left to right, etc., right? So this is what this is. The rotation is these wheels right here. But you can also use the blue controls the Y, the X controls the X, so you can rotate on the X-axis, and the red controls the, so it's like a, how do I explain this? It's like a top? No. I don't know. It's just a ball. So it's like you can turn him any way you like. Okay. This is the position of, I think that's self-explanatory. Scale. You can scale him. That is, never seen that before. Okay. I've never done that. Scale, self-explanatory, right? Okay. So, now, what we're going to do is actually, if you click, after you click him and click an individual limb, now you control that individual limb. Usually, position is off, right? Because not like you're going to make a limb fall off automatically. You might see an extra green bar, and that is the arm bending. So, you can see you can rotate the arm, and then you can have him bend. So, you can bend it backwards, but it's not really bending backwards. So you can have him like wave. So, swinging a sword is kind of advanced, but not really. So let's just set these back to 0. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him kind of in a better stance. So we're going to click on the legs, and we are going to let's actually set him on the ground. So, unclick him, clipping him again, and then set him on the ground. Now, let's have his leg kind of bend back a little, and then we bend his back like that, and then we have his forward leg go like that. So that is his stance on his legs. If we grab his body, which is what this is right here, this is his entire body, right? So we kind of want to rotate him to the side to match his legs, right? That's a little bit too much. And the body also has a bend feature, so you can bend the body however you like. I'm kind of bent him forward, like he's slouching, not that much. This is the arm that will be behind him because he is not shooting, he's like swinging a sword. And this arm will be in front of him. So now we need to bring that like that and then rotate it, bring it like that. So that is his arm, right? And so yeah, he's going to start out actually, oops, undo that, make sure you click him again. So he's going to start like that, and now we're going to get a sword. So we're going to grab a sword. I'll get him an iron sword. And for me, I think the items are a little bit too big, but I kind of like the swords bigger because it makes a little more sense. Okay, well, oops, that is way too straight. You need to tilt it like that, and then there. So now, his sword looks like he's holding the sword, right? That's the first keyframe. if we want more keyframes, and I remember you should be able to like zoom in and out on here, but I just forgot how. Oh yeah, like that. I like it kind of zoomed out. It makes it easier to see. And yeah. So that's the first keyframe. Nothing really that special about it. Human, leg. Oh, and this is where all the keyframes on every individual thing is. So if we zoom in on this little, and now we should be able to see 5 when we're in, all the way I want it to be. Okay, we click on 5. So you make keyframes for like the ones you want to move. Like, you get it? So say if I wanted to lift his arm, which is down here, in 5 frames, he lifts his arm to here, and then we have to do that the same for the sword as well. So if in 5 frames, the sword goes with it. So I think you understand. The swords are a little bit finicky, but you'll get used to it. So now, if I play that, you see, he kind of lifts his hand. It's very basic. And so let's make it so he should just like twig his arm over and over again. So that will make it so that, let's do another, like, now we'll grab his arm in this keyframe. He will kind of keep his momentum of his arm, and he'll start bringing it back. So that will make it so like he looks like he's just bending his body, and then we kind of bend his body like that too. It's like, and then the sword, same thing, kind of goes like that, bends like this because we have to match the rotation of his hand. It kind of bends outwards now because his hand is facing outwards, and yeah. Now that we have this finish, he has like a weird texture on his hand. Okay, so that's kind of like, I don't know like if that will look good. Yeah, see, that kind of looks nice. He's kind of like moving. The sword seems like it's moving too much. Yeah, so it's kind of like losing out of his hand, and then yeah. So now, what we can do is, if we rotate his body just a little bit more, and then what we can do is we can like bend his leg because he's rotating, and then we bend his arm like that, and like bend him back just a little bit, bend that. Okay. Oh, I think I just messed that up. Okay, I'm not good at animation, so I think you get the process. You gotta just like move him along at the, well, you could do in-betweens or this, so like, say, this might look weird, but like, so that's him letting go. Oh, that would actually be cool. I just noticed something. We kind of like made a cool little thing right here. So like his body, if we put the cursor like right here, and then we click on his body, and we move it like whoosh, and then we like bring his arm out, kind of, if you know what I'm saying, and then this arm more back, you'll kind of see like, you'll kind of see that like the body just like moves like kind of correctly, and like this leg should be like over here, like position, yeah, position, and like we move his leg, and that moves over here, and etc. So like, wow, that looks very messed up. Like, oops, and then I just moved him, so like, things are not shaping up. Okay, so that looks a little better. If we just move, like, his leg forward a little. I don't know. Maybe that should be fine. And that will make it, like, so he throws the sword. And then in this keyframe right here, when he lets go, the sword, if physics are correct, would go, like, turn and move really fast. So, and he's not really swinging the sword, is he? He's kind of just throwing it. But I think you get the picture, like, not like he's doing a backflip or anything, but, like, yeah. He's kind of like throwing the sword. Now, I'll teach you how to do my thumbnails. The library is, now you can see what I mean. You can duplicate items, so now there's 5 quadrillion billion swords here. You can duplicate the character, etc. with this button. You can also just duplicate it and, like, add it. So you have individual items, so now we have an individual bear here. Or we can just delete things. The way I do things around here, we do things like this. But, so how I do things is I go into backgrounds, and this is how I make my thumbnails. Well, my people in my thumbnails. So I set the cloud texture to a thing I have on my desktop, and this is this. It will make it so it's just transparent. So now there's no clouds. We got texture for the ground, we got the transparent one, and then the sky, we just make it white. So now we have a white, like, area to mess with, right? So that's that. Now we have, let me bring in, like, my character. Skin of reach of a skink 0. Get skin, done. There's me. Oh, hello. And then you kind of just put him in, like, a pose. So we, like, bend his arm like that, bend his arm like that, bend his arm down. So we just rotated his arm around. It doesn't look like it that much, but we did. And now what we can do is we can bend it like that, and now like that. And now he looks like he's, like, holding his hip, and it looks like he's sassy. Okay, and there's him looking at the camera. And let's have him hold something with his hand. Or not, I don't really know what we're gonna do. And, okay, wow, I have all the keyframes for this, like, way farther, but it really doesn't matter. Let's get a flint and steel, because I like burning things. That sounds bad. But you see what I mean? These items look way too big for my body, right? So I scale them down pretty much to 60, 0.60, 0.60, 0.70, and that makes the items look realistic. That 0.70 makes it thinner, so yeah. And let's, how do I usually hold it? Is it like that? I really don't know how you hold flint and steels. I never really noticed. Let's just rotate it like that, and then you can see it takes a little while to get used to it, but it gets easier as you continue. And yeah. So there's, like, the kind of the basic, like, thing. And now to save it, you kind of, like, center your person that you want to center, like, yeah, or maybe we'll do it like that, and we'll rotate his head to us more. And then you press this button up here. So this is to export a movie, this is to export a video. So if we didn't put remove background, it would make it so it'd be white, and that might mess up. So if you put remove background, that will remove the sky and make it transparent. You can also make it a 4K photo, and then you can save it. So this was no longer a sword swipe, so I'm just gonna save that to my desktop, and I'm gonna say, call it, like, me. Yeah. Okay, so then we hit save, and that says image saved, and I will meet you inside Paint.net, the program I use. So I'll be back. My buttons. Okay, So, welcome back. This is your photo after you export it and open it in any program you choose. I like editing in the program Paint.net. Sorry about that. And so you notice how the picture is really big, right? This is a 4K photo. Like, I could make this into a background. Say, what if I just I'll make another layer so I can edit this, and that means I can edit other times, and let's just put me inside the other layer, so now I can draw on this layer and not go over my player, right? That's what layers are. You probably knew that. But if I choose a gradient, which is this button, and then this circle, I'll choose red and a black color. And then we'll just grab it like this. And that will make this guy go crazy. And then we go to my layer. And then we do this. And then we bring him down. And if we hold shift and grab the corner, it will never let me scale it and distort the picture in any way. Let's rotate me a little. Let's hold him. Since he's 4K, it's really good that you can change his size. And now we can put lettering in here. So I like the ribbon text. You haven't seen it yet, but it's on my Skywars logo. My new Skywars. So if we find ribbon, you can look this up. And then we choose, it needs to be 450 size or lower, maybe 350. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good. And then I can just choose white as the color. White is a pretty good color for ribbon. Hello. Oh wow, maybe I should make that actually bigger. 450. 50? Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Hello. And yeah, that's me. Now, you might see, that could, if it was a weird background, that could be hard to see. So, you can look up plugins for drop shadows, and yeah. I guess this turned into how to make a thumbnail. I could do more tutorials like this. And what drop shadow, the plugin, does is, if it's white, the same color, it will fill in things and kind of make it look blurry, right? But if you make it black, and then you train the blur radius so it looks strong, and then you increase the size, now it kind of has that outline, right? And I can still move this, and see, I would be changing the red, but since I have it on a separate layer, it doesn't really matter, right? And I can do that, right? So I think you understand. This is a very weird way of doing this, so let's just do, oh, I'll show you this. yeah, so white, it's a little weird, right? So this would actually go behind it, so let's just grab that, and then we fill it in, and then we rotate it. I've never actually done this before, so this is really cool for me. Weird. So hello. So now you can tell, ribbon is hard to see now. What happens if I fill it in with purple? That was red. So yeah, but I'm not gonna do that because that just looks weird. So yeah, that's me saying hello, and just the easy way to export it is just save as desktop, PDN. So the difference between a Paint.net file and a PNG file is when you save it as a PDN file, it will keep all the individual layers, but if you save it as a PNG file to the desktop, and let me just put it to me too, so I don't overwrite that one, because I kind of want to use that in the future. So we'd use this, and now if I press OK, it will ask me to flatten it, that's why, because it will flatten all the layers down. You'll see it over by the layers over there. So then it's flattened, and now it's saved to my desktop, which is right here, and I can set it as my desktop background. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. My desktop is really messy, I just noticed. See you later.